Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Our hearts, their families, our supporters are woven into the fabric of this American flag. That pretty much says it all, folks, and you can feel it. I mean, you literally can feel it here on the campus of Southern Union State Community College in Opelika, Alabama, as we broadcast live as the 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit is here in Alabama for the first time in the history of this exhibit. And we want you to come by and experience this for yourself. It is really an amazing exhibit. 1,100 square feet. This is not just a small table with some artifacts on it. You've got all kinds of real artifacts inside the exhibit. It is staffed by Billy Puckett, who is the manager of the exhibit and an ambassador of the foundation. We had him on earlier this morning. And it's also manned by real New York firefighters that were in New York, that were on duty or came in off duty, that actually worked that horrible day on September the 11th, 2001. So you're getting information from people who didn't read it in a book. They're not reading from a script. They are telling you their experience. They were there. They worked it. They rescued people. They went in after their brothers and sisters. It's surreal. And I'm just not, I don't know if I'm not educated enough, or my vocabulary just isn't what, I don't know that anybody could paint the picture for you. You just got to be here. And I can tell you that from experience because, you know, I was excited about being able to come and broadcast here today, but I really had no idea what I was getting myself into until I got here this morning. And like I said earlier, I got here way, way early. I mean, the chickens were still snoozing when I left the mountain this morning. I left around 3 o'clock Eastern time, and I got here way before sunrise. And so I was out in the parking lot by myself as the sun rose this morning. And it was, for about 15, 20 minutes, a very emotional time for me, because seeing the light coming over the trees from the east, hitting the side of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation mobile exhibit, it brought back so many memories. Some not good, and a lot of good memories. And that's the way we like to look at this, because it reminds us what this country is capable of doing. It reminds us that we as human beings and as Americans can take care of one another. We can make sure our neighbor is okay. We can be courteous and kind and respectful. I know we can because I've seen it happen firsthand. See, I was an emergency manager when the terrorist attack took place in New York. So I had a lot to do with public safety that day. I saw it. I saw people making sure that their neighbor was okay. And we have gotten away from that. And you know what? It didn't matter what color your skin was. It did not matter what your religious beliefs were or were not, or what religion branch or of your faith. It didn't matter if you were a Republican, a Democrat, an independent. None of that stuff mattered, because in a flash of an eye, we were attacked on our own soil, and we didn't know what the next minute, we didn't know what the next hour, we didn't know what the next day, week, or months would bring. If terrorists could hijack 4 aircraft, 4 commercial airliners, and fly into restricted airspace and use them as bombs to take down two iconic buildings full of people in New York City. And then a third plane is flown into the side of the United States Pentagon. Should be the most protected facility on the face of this earth. And then that fourth airplane that was intended to go into the White House. But those heroes on board took command of the aircraft and said, no, I know we're about to die, but that's not happening today. And they put that commercial airliner into a field in Pennsylvania. As soon as we realized what was happening, we started loving one another. We started making sure that our friends, our family, our moms, our dads, our brothers, our sisters, our neighbor, that's the important piece. We started making sure everybody was okay, and we were just downright furious within hours of that happening. How dare this happen on our soil? This is the land of the free. This can't happen. And we put all the pieces back together. We recovered from that day, but we should never, ever forget. Because if we do, and I think we have to a certain extent, maybe that's why this exhibit is so special here in Opelika, Alabama today. Should we forget, it will happen again. And I say we did forget to a certain extent, especially those who did not live it. I think us old folks remember it well. That sunrise this morning brought all of those emotions back from the day that happened for me. And I think anybody that lived through it and remembers it, the same thing will happen for you today if you come through, and you can convey that to the younger generations that didn't live it, so that hopefully they never have to go through this. I think we have forgotten to a certain extent. We've allowed our borders to be open. We've allowed anybody from anywhere on the face of this planet to come into this country unvetted. Yes, America's built on immigrants. Nothing wrong with that. That's the way it's supposed to be. But you have to know who you're letting in. And we let that happen. In the process of cleaning that up now, but we got a long way to go. And then the events of the last week or so across this country. Taking people out because of their beliefs, political beliefs. That's not what this country was founded on 249 and a half years ago. This country was founded on freedom of speech, being able to debate, being able to give your side of things in a calm and tactful way. And we lost that somewhere. I think it's because we don't remember. I think it's because we lost that brotherly love mentality and replaced it with rage. We got to get away from that. We got to bring it back. And a great way to do that is to come experience this exhibit here on the campus of Southern Union State Community College in Opelika. It's Tunnel to Towers Foundation, the 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit. We also have food vendors on site. The Alabama Fire College is here. Opelika has Ladder 2 set up right beside the exhibit. Kids would get a big kick out of seeing the ladder truck. The Alabama Emergency Management Agency has their vehicle here. And don't forget about the Memorial Walk. This is worth coming just to see the Memorial Walk. As you walk the track here at Southern Union on the back side of the property, you'll see the names and the faces of the thousands of people who lost their life first responders, law enforcement, the day the towers fell in New York. You get to see a short video under the pavilion, and then you can take the walk and see, get a really good respect for how many people lost their life that day in that horrible terrorist attack in New York. So I hope you do. I hope you come by here today. We've had a bunch of people come by here. I'm going to call out my Roanoke folks, though. Hadn't got nobody up in here yet from Roanoke, Alabama. I'm going to be real disappointed if I leave here today and don't see some home folk. So you folks up there in Randolph County, get it down here. Auburn playing football right now. There's no traffic. We do have a very steady stream of people coming through the exhibit, but it's easy in, easy out. No traffic issues whatsoever. Exhibit is open until 7 o'clock tonight. I won't be here till 7 p.m. I'm here probably till around 2 or 3 this afternoon, and then I got to hike it back up to the North Georgia mountains. But before I leave from here today, somebody from Roanoke, Alabama or Randolph County better come up in here and give me a neck hug. I've had several people come by. Will is here from Lynette. He's wearing a Dr. Don Thunder Buddy shirt, and I appreciate him coming by and saying hello. And we've had several others stop by the booth. We're set up just as you can see from the camera shot there, just right here, practically at the front door of the 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit. You want to be here. Just take my word for it. You want to be here. This is an experience. Come by and say hey, and give me that neck hug as we continue to broadcast live from Southern Union State Community College on Dr. Don's Weather.